Redlener is the founding director of the National Center for Disaster Preparedness and senior research scholar.
Good morning, Doctor. How are you?
Hi, Jody. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I mean, I hadn't heard her audio yet. I didn't get a chance to watch it yesterday, so that was just, it's more heart-wrenching just to listen to her speak.
Yeah, and we're stuck. The House voted on some measures that were important, but it's not going to go anywhere in the Senate.
No.
We know that it's not going to go anywhere in the Senate, which is a pathetic statement about our country. It's just freaking intolerable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of all the things that we end up talking about, for the United States of America not to take care of our children and the other innocents. I mean, the Buffalo massacre in a supermarket, chosen because it was in a black neighborhood,
mm-hmm.
By a complete right-wing maniac. And then the next week we get this school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. I don't know what the hell's wrong with us, but I'm not really, I hate to be, even though I'm Dr. Doom, I hate to be totally pessimistic, but you wonder what, if anything, is going to make us wake up and understand that you can't have assault rifles. Yeah, we need all the other background checks, but the fact that we have military rifles, which can decapitate a child, blow its head off, in circulation is beyond the pale. I don't get it, Jody. Do you?
I don't. And Jim Jordan was a chicken and didn't even stay for that testimony yesterday. He left the room. And it's like, really, dude? You can't even handle what you need to be handling? That's your job? I find that abhorrent. Though there were 5 Republicans, good for them, that did vote for the law. For the bill. Brian Fitzpatrick, Anthony Gonzalez, Chris Jacobs, Adam Kinzinger, and Fred Upton all voted for the package, whereas Kurt Schrader, who is no longer going to be in Congress because he was primaried out, and Jared Golden, who are Democrats, voted it down for some strange reason. So, good for those 5 Republicans. It's just, you're right about it. I mean, did you see the great-grandfather going to the memorial set up outside of Robb Elementary the other day?
No.
Mm-hmm. It was he was talking about his great-granddaughter, and he was yelling at the police, and that's where my anger goes to as well. They're happy to mow down unarmed people, but not that. No, it's we've got so much, like you said, it's not hunters defending assault weapons for civilians. It's violent right-wing conspiracists who explicitly want weapons of war to fight government forces, which would never they would win that. Who they imagine are coming to get them, outlawing battlefield weapons, background checks, and age requirements are all essentially absolutely right. We might get background checks in the Senate, from what I understand, and that's about it. I
spoke to a New York PD officer, 2 of them yesterday, on the street in the city, and I said, "What did you think about what happened in Texas?" And one guy says to me, "Well, I'm not allowed to comment on that." I'm not asking. So I said, "I'm not asking to comment about the policy. I'm just asking what it felt like to be a police officer and see and read about what happened in that school in Texas." And the guy said, "I couldn't believe it. I was disgusted." I said, "Would that happen here?" I said, "Nobody that I know in the New York Police Department would hesitate for 1 second to go in there with whatever weapon we had to try to take out this murderer. Nobody," he said, and which I always thought that's what police do. You sign up because you're courageous, you care about the community, and it's like a firefighter. Right. Mm-hmm. You don't say, "Oh, looks like it's pretty hot in there. I don't think I'm going in there." It's no, you're supposed to go in there then. And I think this is sort of the one of the kind of the other themes of what happened there was, besides the weapons ban that we don't have, was the behavior of police officers. Mm-hmm. Inexcusable, Jody. What are they still doing on the job? And how do they even work in that small town after behaving like that? I mean, it's infuriating.
It is, and all 19 of them should be fired. And apparently there's a cover-up going on in Uvalde right now. And thankfully, Matthew McConaughey spoke the other day being having been born there, and his mother, I believe, is a teacher, and the audacity of people to say teachers should be armed. They're already trying to teach and be babysitters and be counselors and all sorts of things, and you want them now to be sharpshooters? And I mean, having a teacher, are they supposed to holster the weapon and have it on safety and have it ready to go at all times? I mean, what are they supposed to do?
No, I think they should maybe have big rifles that they have on their shoulder as they're writing on the blackboard, so that it's very clear to the kids that they live in an atmosphere of total violence and unpredictability. I mean, that is one of the craziest ideas I have ever heard around the school shooting stuff. And we can't. My mother was a teacher. The idea of Charlotte with a sidearm is so bizarre. I mean,